Hello there. I don't even know how long it is since I was last on here. It's well over a year ago. I've been working full time all season, that's 5 days, and I've joined loads of groups and done stuff, so I've been really busy and I just haven't had time, and I don't know what to talk about because I'm not going to take my camera with me to the clubs that I do and stuff, so, and well, I thought I'd do one because it's Christmas and I have spent the entire Christmas so far on my own as usual, but it's partly because I've been ill and I'm not well yet. And it's funny because I was looking at some old videos the other day and I thought, I did one 2 years ago saying worst Christmas ever, and it's just a repeat of that one basically. So I went out last Friday for a staff meal and it was absolutely lovely, and I think I caught something there on that night. You got to remember that when you go to a place that's really busy, you're surrounded by people who've just all had the flu jags, and I think that they give something off of them. I just do. So I caught something really horrible and it's mutated every day into something else, so I don't even know what I'd call this. But the good thing is I've lost my appetite, so I'm hardly eating anything, and I'm sleeping a lot, which is good because sometimes I don't sleep. And well, there's nothing you can do, is there? It's just life. But yeah, the entire Christmas by myself. I've had the doggies a couple of times, but they're with Paul. I'll probably get them back tomorrow. But it's just been as well, to be honest, because when you've got doggies you can't afford to do nothing at all. You've just got to make yourself get up and do stuff. So, and it's the same with family and children, isn't it? So people who've got people to care for, animals, children, partners, you can't even afford to be ill. So this is actually a luxury that I can afford to be ill. So I'm off for 2 weeks anyway, so that's my holidays covering it. So it's just unfortunate that I've spent it being ill, but at the same time, if I wasn't ill, then what would I be? Because I'd still be on my own anyway. So I've went to a few events on my own, and it was really funny because I went to, like, one of them was a murder mystery evening and it was absolutely fantastic, and our team won, by the way, and I really enjoyed it, and we all got dressed up as Flapper Girls, and it was a 3-course meal, and it was a team that came over from Glasgow, and they were all actors, and you had to guess who done it, sort of thing. But it was a really good night. But it took a lot for me to go there because I didn't know one single person in the room. And so I said, if there's anybody can let me sit on table with them and just, you know, be part of the group, then I want to come. So one of the managers of the hotel says, you can come and join us. So when I went down there, I was put on a table with, there were 6 of us altogether. And they were really nice people, so that was really nice. And so I didn't feel alone when I was there. But there was other events that I were procrastinating to go with, because it's like, do you really want to go in that room on your own when you know you're surrounded by couples? That's an hard one. So I've talked myself out of quite a few events, but I joined a few different clubs. One of them was storytelling, and that was absolutely brilliant. And again, I walked into a room full of people who knew each other, and I just sat there on my own on a table, and I thought, oh, this is just, you know, you're putting yourself out there and stuff, but when people go out in their little cliques, they don't really want to engage with you on your own. But I ended up sitting with 2 guys, one whose partner was doing the bar, and the other guy was an older man who said he just goes to everything anyway. So it ended up being a nice time, and I didn't feel put out or anything like that. It was really good, but it is difficult when you're on your own all the time, because there's so many things I want to do, and they all involve going with someone, you know, like there's another event coming up that I really wanted to go to as well, and that was a chef's kitchen. But again, it's all couples going, and you just feel like, well, I do, I feel like a spare part if I go to places like that. So it is difficult sometimes, but I don't know, I think at the moment I'm going through a grey area, because for the last few months I've just been on my own all the time, and it's like every day, every night, wake up alone. It's just all the time, and I know I'm generally alone anyway, but I feel like I've gotten rid of all the people in my life who shouldn't be in it. And so I've had a cleansing, a purge of people, because I think a lot of people hang on to me because they haven't got anybody else, or because they want something out of me, or it's usually for the wrong reasons. And I'm at that stage where I'm like, what am I going to do with my life? Anybody who's in the same boat as me, who's spiritual and a conspiracy theorist, is going through this right now. So what you're thinking right now is, I'm at a cross between going off to buy my own land and making it on my own, and then just sitting there thinking, but what's the point? Because of all the weather manipulation, they'll just get rid of it. And then other things like, I just want to make it big. I want to change my career. I'm going to go and change my career, but then I think, no, but you're going to a cashless society, and they're going to have us all on universal credit, and all the efforts that you're putting in now, are they really going to come to something? And it's quite funny, because you're talking yourself in and out of things all the time. Like, is it worth getting involved with people? Is it worth getting involved with them? Because they always do you in the end. It's really, it's a weird place that I am in right now. It's a grey place where I am. Do you know what I miss more than anything? Is a right good belly laugh, to someone who is so fun to be around, that you can just forget the world and just say, do you know, let's just go and have some fun and just forget everything. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter that we've got aliens and drones all around us, and another pandemic, and all the rest of it. And there's so many things attacking us from all sides. But just for now, let's just go and skip on the beach, and let's have some fun and just blow it all and just forget everything. That's what I miss. I miss that laughter and that banter, and that just being carefree, and just spending that time with somebody who's got the same mindset. Dear me, I feel very sick right now. It's horrible. But the good thing is, like I said, I'm hardly eating anything. And it's really weird, because on my birthday, which was in September, I suddenly just went off chocolate. Just instant. I'm not going to go into the story of why, but I just went off. And ever since then, I can't cope with it. And I bought loads for Christmas, thinking, just have a blowout. It's Christmas, you can eat whatever you want at Christmas time. And most of it's gone in bin. I don't want it. And then I woke up 4 days ago, and I always have 2 coffees in the morning with coconut oil in it. And I love my coffee in the morning, and I can't bear the thought of it. I've just gone off coffee, and then I've gone off gluten, and I think my body's just doing a purge, and I think I am getting ready subconsciously for something else coming along. And a lot of the things that happen in my life I'm never aware of at the time. I am very unaware of myself sometimes, and it's always retrospect, and I look back and go, oh my gosh, that person walked out of my life, and then this thing started to happen, and then this happened, and it's like the series of events that come along after something happens like this. And I am going through something. I'm not feeling excited though, not feeling any kind of way, but I know that it's that transitioning from one lifestyle to another one, and I don't know what's going to happen. But I've been here almost 5 years now. I came back up to Oban 5 years ago on this park, so I've done a good stretch here, and you know, it feels like home, but it doesn't as well. I feel like it's time for me to get my own land. So I just don't know what's going to happen next. I was looking at properties the other day, and there was a flat for £6,000, but that was a guide price or on an auction, and obviously it won't go for that. But I thought, flipping heck, if you can get something really cheap like this, then you can just get a tenant in and get your money back in no time. So that's what my focus is on, I think. Don't know where. Oh, I'm just looking down there on the track. There's some doggies just ran up onto the park, and one dog, a doggy has just ran at somebody else's doggy up on the park, and the owners are walking on going like that. That's a beautiful doggy though. But yeah, I haven't seen my doggies for a few days, but little honey girl, bless her, she's getting old. And the other day, I tried to put the video up of the doggies, but it was too dark, because like now I've got all the lights on in here, and it's like an ambient light, so it's very it's nice to sit in, but you can't film in it. And when the dogs came in, obviously the dogs are both black, so you can't even see them on the camera at all, only their little eyes. And what I did the other day is I got dressed up as an elf for Christmas Day, and I put the table up and got 2 proper plates out, filled it up with food for the doggies, and then served them and became their waitress. And Bonnie Girl was over at Moon, and she's lapped it up and loved it, but Honey Girl just looked at me like, what the heck is this? And she was not impressed, and she put her head down. So I had to put the plate on the couch with her because she didn't trust me. But that shows how well trained she is, because most dogs, if you put a plate in front of them and turned that way for 1 second, they just eat it. But they didn't, so yeah, it was a shame I couldn't film that, because it was quite funny, you know, especially Bonnie's reaction. It was like, what? I'm allowed to eat off the table, I'm allowed to eat off a plate. And she was really over at Moon with it. But anyway, I'm going to go now. I might do some more videos, but it's what to talk about, isn't it, like I said. And I just, when you're not socialising very much and you're not really being bothered with anybody or doing anything with your life, what do you talk about? So anyway, I wish you all a Happy New Year. Not that I celebrate New Year, but I am an April Fool's. I believe New Year is in April. Anyway, I'm going